This audio reading is from the book Christ's Incarnation, The Foundation of Christianity by Charles Spurgeon. Our selected reading, The Incarnation, also a source of joy. Though the coming of Christ was the cause of trouble to the ungodly, it is, to us who are his own people, a wellspring of pure, unmingled joy. We associate with his crucifixion much of sorrowful regret, but we derive from his birth at Bethlehem nothing but delight. The angelic song was a fit accompaniment to the joyful event, and the filling of the whole earth with peace and goodwill is the appropriate consequence of the gracious condescension which made it an accomplished fact. The stars of Bethlehem cast no baleful light. We may sing with undivided joy, "Unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given." When the Eternal stooped from heaven and assumed the nature of his own creature who had rebelled against him, the deed could mean no harm to man. God, in our nature, is not God against us, but God with us. We may take up the young child in our arms and feel with old Simeon that we have seen the Lord's salvation. Christ's incarnation cannot mean destruction to men. I do not wonder that the men of the world celebrate the supposed anniversary of the great birthday as a high festival with carols and banquets. Knowing nothing of the spiritual meaning of the mystery, they yet perceive that it means man's good, and so, in their own rough way, they respond to it. We who observe no days which are not appointed of the Lord rejoice continually in the advent of the Prince of Peace, and find in our Lord's manhood a fountain of consolation. To those of us who are truly the people of God, the Incarnation is the subject of a thoughtful joy, which ever increases with our knowledge of its meaning, even as rivers are enlarged by many trickling brooks. The birth of Jesus not only brings us hope, but the certainty of good things. We do not merely speak of Christ's coming into relation with our nature, but of his entering into union with ourselves. For he has become one flesh with us for purposes as great as his love. He is one with all of us who have believed in his name. If you have believed in him, you ought to feel a joyful satisfaction in the assurance that Christ became incarnate in order that he might enable us to enjoy the fullness of the privilege of adoption into the family of his Father, who says to all believers, "I will receive you, and will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty." Well, may we rejoice if he has spoken thus to us. This concludes our reading. Thank you for listening.